What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in here live on Beaufort Zone. Sorry for the little bit of the late start as we got rolling here. The internet signal so far didn't want to give us necessarily the best signal while we were starting off, but we are back rolling here. We got a region contest here. Top 10 Beaufort High hosting the girls from May River, the Sharks versus the Eagles here tonight in a Region 4A matchup. Getting ready to go underway here in the first minute of action here. Beautiful turf here at Beaufort High School. My name is Javon Livingston. I'll be on it solo once again today by myself. So bear with me should anything go wrong during this time frame. We got a little bit of sun shining in towards our camera, so that little bit of grayscale go away as the sun sets behind those trees, comes right into our beautiful camera angle here. Both of these teams coming in. Region lost, of course, the big bad girls in this region. Bishop England, Beaufort a 9-0 loss to the ladies from Bishop England, and May River a 5-1 loss to the Lady Battling Bishops down the way over there in Daniel Island, South Carolina. Tough region. Three of the teams in that South Carolina coaches top 10. If I'm not mistaken, it'll come across the bottom, but off the top of my head, I think it's Bishop England 2, Hilton Head at like 7, and May River at 10. So you got three teams in one region all across the state here in 4A ranked inside of the top 10, and May River looking to make their way inside of that ranking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be live tomorrow night, Hilton Head at Beaufort, right here in the nest for some high school lacrosse, getting the boys lacrosse team on the channel for the first time this season. And there goes those soccer rankings right there for the ladies coming across the bottom of the screen. So first of all, that is Beaufort, Bishop England at 3, Hilton Head at 4. So two top 5 teams here in this region already just to start off. And then Beaufort are rounded out at 10 here, so 4. So 3 and 4 for Bishop England and the Hilton Head ladies. And Beaufort here rounding off at 10, still a strong start. I think the thing that holds the Beaufort ladies down, even though they had a good start until that Bishop England loss, the strength of schedule so far. Bishop England has taken down a host of 5A schools en route to their record. They've lost to some 5A schools as well, but a strong, tougher schedule, strength of schedule, and even the teams that aren't ranked in 5A. You got Academic Magnet and some other schools on their schedule. So pretty tough schedule for this Bishop England ladies to back up that record. While Beaufort, on the other hand, hasn't really played the strongest strength of schedule coming into this one. see the ball get dropped off there. Going to get kicked in from the box there. May River scoring to the right of your screen right now, and Beaufort to the left. Excuse me, vice versa. Beaufort's going to score on the right side, and May River scored to the left. And a low roller. And a deep kick for goal number one for May River. A nice goal. Going to start off a long ball. Wasn't really expecting that one there. A long shot. And May River going to get on the board first. Long ball. That one coming out from about the 40 or so yard line there. This is a big game for both of these teams. We're going to talk about competing, inside of the region. You got Hilton Head already losses to Bishop England on the resume here so far, and both of these teams, probably could be fighting, uh, for a chase at second and maybe third place. They got to shake some things up here, but you want to get a win here tonight. Both of these teams around there on that bubble, being on the top of the region standings, and being able to host some home games during the playoffs. So got to come away with the win here, and hope to turn your season around. Both teams coming in with losing, despite winning records, losing region records. And another long ball. This time that one goes off the crossbar. And a corner kick, looking for some headers. Defense played well there. They scored once from long. This one coming out from 10, going to be kicked out. And that one going to be almost booted out the stadium and they into the bleachers. The ball boy's gonna have to chase that one. And the opposites here in these squads too as well. You want to talk about the overall, grade level difference. Beaufort High, a little bit of an older team. You got seniors, Laney in the goal, Selena Duncan, obviously your, region player of the year, and all state, if I'm not mistaken, was Selena Duncan as well. Um, Competing here for the Beaufort Lady Eagles here. And the opposite for May River, a young girl squad. A couple of seniors on the team, but they're only two leading in minutes. For the offensive side, but most of that production, point totals, the culmination of goals and assists, coming from underclassmen. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team contributing. So it's all about cohesion, and it could be up from here for May River if they keep it going. And there goes that sun getting in the way, causing a little bit of the shoddy camera work there. I can't even, look into the viewfinder at this point. I have to look left at the computer screen and then look right. I mean, and hold my arm to the right to control the camera without actually looking at the camera finder because that sun is gleaming right, right towards me. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying our coverage tonight, you can text Beaufort to 801-801 to donate and help support our coverage of local high school sports. And if you're looking to sponsor us as well, plenty of room for sponsors to get you thrown in here. You can send us an email at info@BeaufortZone.com. And don't forget, if you're a student here, solo here tonight, if you're looking to get into sports broadcast and interested in any of the spring sports here, we meet every Wednesday at the Beaufort Digital Corridor. Just shoot me a message first on any of our social media pages before you head on out. So, and thank everybody for tuning in here on Beaufort Zone. And if you're watching, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out our YouTube page for our upcoming post-game highlights and our upcoming schedule as well. So if you want to know where we're going, where we're going to be at, definitely check out our YouTube channel. It'll be right there at the top. And you can see all of our upcoming games, post-game highlights, previous games, and more there. Get you involved. And also, if you're watching, especially if you're watching via Facebook, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. You can blow us up on the big screen. Watching the family, don't have to crink your neck sitting into your phone. YouTube is the way to go. And the long ball that time is saved. John Laney with the fool me once. And this time she was prepared for that long ball as it came in. And not too often do you see that. So it's a hard shot to make. So, I mean, as a keeper, I wouldn't know the soccer stance on that as far as, being aware for that. But they shot that first goal that they made in the first 10 minutes of action from, about the 30 to 40 yard line in football terms. And Dalton scores a goal, a high archer. Coming in from the corner off of the penalty there. And goal number 3 for May River. And they are starting to heat up here inside of the first half. So scoring 3 goals in almost the first 20 minutes of action. Now, that's a long way to go. And Laney with the save, scoops that one up, protects the goal. And May River doing a good job on their defensive side. I don't think from the Beaufort side we've seen really an opportunity to really get in and score here so far tonight. River on the push again, that one off the ankle. That one going to be kicked way out. Speaking of Gianna Pacheco for the Eagles. And a long shot. That one's going to bang off the crossbar. And the ball just off the crossbar. Close shot. There, Lila Sharp. Sophomore forward. Again, if you're watching, I can't see comments in the chat as well. So if you're a fan of the Lady Eagles or the Lady Sharks here, don't forget you can chime in the comments as well. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from, especially if you're out of state or you're out of county here. Love to see the out of town viewers, and glad I can bring them a little bit inside of Beaufort County. And it's always the best when you have those faraway fans tuning in. I'm a big fan of those that's tuning in, checking out their niece, nephew, grandson, granddaughter out here playing sports. And it's just another way to be a fan, if you enjoy your high school sports. But, one of the things I love about, what I do here with Beaufort Zone is there's not a lot of ways sometimes for you to be able to keep up with your local team, your high school team. Once you leave, once you graduate, that's pretty much it. Unless you come out and go to a game, you gotta find a way to network in. Sometimes the team pages for some of the schools they're private, so they only allowing certain fans in, team members and parents to get the information out. So finding out where to go and what to do to be able to get that information, especially if you were a casual fan and not uh, like a former athlete of one of these schools, you just want to be able to keep up. It's sometimes it's hard to do. So being able to sit out and see a game and you come across your feed and then it's like, hey, my high school's playing. Let me tune into a game and cheer my squad on for an evening. Duncan gonna throw that one in over her head there. Mhm. Laney scoops up another, decides to boot that one near the middle of the pitch with a little bit of high bounce. I was waiting for that one to calm down a little bit. Now the chase is on for the ball for possession. Try to get it more so closer towards their goal. And we got a little bit of a push right here out by Beaufort High. Millie Scarpa had the crowd rolling for a little bit, and that one's going to be scooped up, and a little bit of the hope there for Beaufort to score a goal here in the first half before it gets too late. Kind of dwindled away just there. Apologize, excuse me, a little bit of a hiccup there. And Beaufort once again trying to make another push, a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of elbow there, getting a little bit physical. And a long ball going to be caught. Beaufort trying to return the favor on long balls there and deciding to take a shot there, risk it all. They're already down 3-0 here in the first half. Couple volleys here by the May River Sharks, trying to make some moves. Look like they're trying to work a bit of a triangle there on the right side there. And just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, as we are over that 38-minute mark, a little bit late, a reminder that the clock on the field, on the pitch, excuse me, rather, stops with 2 minutes left. Oh, that's off the ball there. Stops with 2 minutes left to play, and then the official time is kept on the field by the center ref there. It doesn't give us any indication of how much time is left in the stadium or on the broadcast booth, so pretty much just playing it by ear to the end of the first half. So, but 40 minutes would be the end of regulation. As always, sometimes I don't really see too much of a reason for a stoppage, but you never know what the time was stopped for. And that's going to do it. A couple of seconds behind on our end, 40 minutes. Exactly, it's what it's going to be here in the first half of regulation. May River with the lead, 3-0 when we return right after this. Welcome back, everybody, here live on Beaufort Zone. Second half getting ready to get underway here. May River with a 3-0 lead in that first half, scoring the first goal within 10 minutes and then scored the second and the third within the first 20 minutes. It's been pretty much quiet since then, but they have been rolling more of the attacks and shots on goal for the May River Lady Sharks. And Beaufort, a couple of rare occurrences, almost enough to probably count on, uh, you know, one hand as far as threatening shots on goal at least. And a long chase down the left side there. And a missed opportunity there for the Lady Sharks there. But a gas, a long goal, going to be picked up. Laney. Shot from the left side, looking for the header, slow bouncer, kick to the left side, and goal number 4 for the Lady Sharks. And they're going to go up 4-0 here. Less than 5 minutes here into the second half in the 43rd minute. Opportunity here from the corner, looks like. Instead of taking a shot from an angle there was Emerson Skirtage. And from the corner there. Apologize for the a little bit of a camera glitch there. That was on our side. Don't worry, your TV's not broken. Lane scoops that one up, kicks it near the middle of the pitch. That one's going to be kicked out. Long ball, no threat that time to Lagan, but gonna have to chase that one all the way out to the track here. Showing off her dribbling skills there before launching it. Skirtage kicks one on the inside. The defense is there helping out Gianna Pacheco. High ball from the corner there. Pacheco out to Brown. Skirtage creeping in for the Lady Sharks. Got a takeaway goes to Skirtage. Skirtage from the corner looking to kick it on the inside, waiting for the header and goal number 5. And if I'm not mistaken, the header comes off the goal of this young, off the head of this young lady. It's number 5 there, Kiera Hall, or Kyra Hall, excuse me. That's the one thing about soccer that it's so quick, fast paced, and the players so many look so small there as a comparison. Even on a football field pitch combination, they gather back and hard to catch the goal there sometimes from the camera angle, whereas a commentator would be able to have a pair of binoculars. Skirtage looking to kick it in one more time. This time Laney comes out and grabs it. Be careful there. Almost a injury situation there. Stepping on the ball there. Awkward bend of the leg. Of the knee mostly. It's always scary when anybody steps on the ball. Rolled ankle at the minimum or something could be the case. Long, slow roller going to be scooped up by Lexi Leggett. pushing and shoving. And the push is on. That's Caroline Ferguson. Kicks it over to the right, trying to get it to Cooler and loses the handle there. That's going to be out. May River ball. Looks like Madeline Green going to do the throw in here. Brown maneuvering through traffic there is going to be taken down there. Kyra Hall. Inside Cooler. Able to bouncer. Almost had a shot there. Kicks that one while she was slipping down. May River on the move. They kick it out the skirt. It's 20 on the 20. She's always looking to kick it back on the inside. And the defense for the Lady Eagles is there as Margaret Brown sends that one over the forbidden line there. And goal number 6 for May River, piling it on there in the middle of the scrum there. I can't tell you who exactly kicked that ball there, but you can go back and check out the highlights here on the Beaufort Zone. Those will be up shortly right after the match to be able to get a short recap of the game. Lagan gonna get up, come out of the goal, and oh man, a missed opportunity, a big one from Beaufort. Lagan comes out of the goal. And I believe that was Carson Crosby that had the opportunity there. It comes up just short. Off accurate. Lagan dangerous, comes way out of the box there. And oh, what a missed opportunity from Beaufort to at least move away from the nil position. It was the goose egg on the board. A little bit of maneuvering there on the left side, trying to find some room. A high arc over the back. Almost opportunity, trying to get a little bit of a kick inside. Baker with a nice shot across the front of the goal. Surprised that ball wasn't touched on the way. They're going to kick it in from the corner this time. On the overhead. To the left, looking for the crosser. And that one not going to be able to make it in the net. Skurdage trying to take it away early, short position. Stops that ball right there on the line. trying to work the one-on-one defense. Beaufort trying to get it back to their side of the pitch. The defense working the back line for the Mayweather Sharks, man. They are doing a good job of keeping possession. The defense, for Beaufort High is having to work as they're constantly, under attack, for, lack of a better words, as the ball has been on, in their territory of Mayweather's offensive side for a better part of this half. And that one going to be caught by Laney. So that one bounces in. Flies in, rather. Thrown in by May River. A lot of feet and going to be kicked out smartly. Corner kick on the way. Inside and right off the outside stretch there. Trying to take on everybody. Gets the shot off Madeline Baker, but saved. And scooped up here by Laney. That is going to be a goal from the corner, moved out of the way. Looked like it was going to go by, and another easy goal skirtage out there on the bottom of the screen. Sub comes in, and the result is the same, another goal. Putting on the moves, teeing off, another save, second chance shot. And May River just starting to tee off now at this point. And the switch as Crosby is going to come in for apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had the score wrong there for a second. It's May River 7 for 6. Excuse me, Beaufort 0. And substitution, Laney out, Crosby in for the Beaufort Eagles as the goalkeeper. once again, May River doing a good job keeping the ball on their half of the pitch. Crosby uh, nabs one there, kicks it out near the middle of the pitch. Here's where that May River back line comes in play. And a far one scooped up Crosby. And this, a 7-0 loss to May River, undoubtedly might be it, for the Beaufort, might slide them, outside of that top 10 in the next set of rankings that come out next week in the South Carolina coaches on scoreboard. That one off the side of the goal there. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you're enjoying our coverage. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our YouTube page for our post-game highlights and our upcoming schedule. We got pretty much our whole spring schedule lined up there, except for that final week, pretty much of baseball season. We're going to pick the best matchups inside of that final week there for baseball and softball as they wrap up inside of the first week of May. That one goes just over the head of Crosby. Crosby tries to kick that one out. That comes off the back foot of a player there. Almost got herself quickly back in danger. That May River keeping the ball on this side of the pitch. I don't think, Beaufort's really had the opportunity much in the second half to really even get the ball on their side of the pitch, really to even, threaten Laney, I believe, about once or twice here in the whole 40 minutes. Just lost track of the ball there. Just a reminder, we are at that 78-minute mark, 2 minutes left here in regulation. There was no extra time in the first half, so the soccer match here should end effectively at about 80 minutes. But reminder, at that 78-minute mark, 2 minutes left in the half, the score is kept on the pitch by the center ref with no indication for time, and he's actually going to call it, I guess, about a minute earlier. I don't think we started that late, but 80 minutes it's going to be there on the board. And that's going to do it for tonight's matchup here. Uh, your final score, May River 7, Beaufort 0. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on Beaufort.